is none other than, once you guys know when I get to describing her, if you didn't see the message, none other than the twin mother herself, future meal team member, thicker than a snicker, my upline, my family member. I love her to pieces. Chelsea Morris, yeah, y'all know her as Sibet/Beast. Let's get it.
Hey y'all. I've been a little sick. Happy Monday! Oh my God, I'm so excited because it is the last.
It's low, Chels. We could barely hear you.
Can you hear me? No? I'm good, Jen? Okay. All right. Maybe it was my computer. Anyway, I was saying I'm so excited because it's the last first week of the year. Do you get it? The last first week of the year. Yeah? So which means it's the last first Monday. Okay? So I read that earlier and I was like, oh my God, they are so right. It is the last first week. And usually like the first week of the month is like, oh, it's a new month, like, but people have the Monday blues. And how often does the first, well, no, never mind. Boy, the first was yesterday. Yeah. So I'm just saying, how often does the beginning of the month start in the beginning of the week, right? So to me, I feel like this is a way of starting new. We don't have to wait until the new year. We don't have to wait until January for first Monday of January 1st. It is just it's our opportunity to start our new year today. Or usually for us who go to Extravaganza, which is the biggest event of Herbalife, the Super Bowl of Herbalife events every year. Our new year starts the day we get back, right? But this is our opportunity for us to start over. And if you haven't been, I'm gonna do some recognition in a minute, but if you haven't been satisfied with where you or with how you've been producing last month before last, since you started, I'm not sure, it's okay, because it's a new day, it's a new month, it's about to be a new year, and things about to pop off. So I want to open up the line for people who would like to recognize their teammates, their downline, sideline, upline, whatever you would like. That's usually how we do start off the call. I'm not sure, Monty, if you did it before I hopped on, but I would like to do it again if you did. And it literally can be anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody who's under you. If you don't have a team yet, that's perfect. Like, recognize somebody who has either been inspiring you to go hard, right? Or somebody who has been helping support you go harder. So, how many people are on the line today? Okay, I am going to let you guys volunteer to take yourself off mute, and then if you don't, I'm gonna call on you anyway. So you better get ready. So, who's first?
I'll go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I honestly want to recognize a couple people. I want to recognize Amanda for just truly transforming like who she is. Like watching her develop just at the extravaganza, like, is truly inspiring. I know she doubted herself a lot, but like she is killing the game right now, and I'm really, really proud of her and seeing everything that's happening with her business right now. I also want to shout you out, Sibet. You did that 5K? What? Really? Like, you've been talking about that for months and it happened. So it's the power of the tongue. It's all that. So you spoke it and it happened. Like, congrats. So I'm off.
Thank you, Mark. Next. Who next?
I'll go next. He's not on here right now, but I want to shout out Jerry because last month they did 500 royalties as an organization, and he's been working to build that for a very long time. Just a little background on that. Before, he had somebody in his downline just put in 10,000 documented volume, and he hit active world team, but this time it was spread out. He has a lot of leadership growing on his team, so I wanted to shout him out for not only being a leader himself, but building leaders on his team.
Yes, Cooper in the house. Next. Okay, I'ma call on you. If you don't unmute, you better say something.
I got someone. I want to shout out, and we haven't even talked aside from me just watching her do her thing in the chat. Lizzie, look, she's doing her thing now. Hey, girl, I see you, girl. I just want to shout her out. She came like out of nowhere. You know that she is under Sibet. Like, it's just she monster. Like, to the last minute of EOM, 400 this, 200. Like, girl, how you bring back memories. Those. Not to say that we ain't doing that, but girl, when I tell you the chat used to be like that, we used to be up to the butt crack of dawn every EOM, and that just reminded me of it. It brought me back to like memories of just being in the club till after midnight, and then everybody finally closing up after midnight. Like, well, happy BOM, everybody. So Lizzie, keep doing your thing, girl. Keep hustling, and I'm happy to have you on the team. So that's my shout out.
Yes, and also while we're on Lizzie, she did not make her supervisor cut, but she did her high. She's only what's this the third month in the business. Last month she had over 1,000 volume points. I think she was like at what I don't know where she went. She just moved from me because somebody just hopped off. What do you say, Lizzie? You now unmute. You gotta unmute yourself. Why don't you just go ahead and unmute yourself and just go ahead and tell me what you're trying to say? She done turn the video off. Jesus Christ. We gotta school her on Zoom.
She don't know how. She don't know how. She said.
Oh, there's a mute button in the left corner.
Okay, I said it's been 6 weeks.
Okay, yeah. So hello, good morning. So 6 weeks. You feel me? The first month, yeah, I think she converted over like in the middle of the month. The second month, which was last month, she did over 1,000 volume points. She was so determined to hit supervisor, and that's coming like within the days because you guys know my Google Doc method and I'm connected to hers, and literally she's been making me work because all day, every day, there are emails coming in like this person just filled out your document, and it's like 3 a day at minimum. Like there's probably more than that. I'm just giving the average number, but I'm like, oh my God, she reminds me so much of myself. You guys remember when I was doing wellness evaluations on the hospital bed before I had surgery to have my children? Like that's the grind, right? And so I just wanted to recognize her for sure. She blew past senior consultant, hit qualified producer, didn't even know she did it, and just congratulations, girl, because you out here killing it. I also would like to recognize, she's not on here as either, but my other new distributor, Mel, she's actually my neighbor, and she's 50 plus, and she's rocking it. Literally, it was so funny today, and I'm going to share a little bit about this later. But I was helping her, trying to figure out what happened to her last order, and I said, hey, you know your PayPal balance, right? And she was like, what? I have a balance? I'm like, yeah, like, no, you don't owe anybody. Like, you have money in there from what you earned. And she was like, what? How much is in there? And I said, $250. She said, you're lying. I said, no, there's money in here because people have been ordering. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? What? You don't check your PayPal?
Listen, don't fault her. Been there, done that. Don't get at her like that.
It was hilarious because I said, wow, you're not the only person in my downline who did that. My sister had $1,500 sitting in her PayPal and did not know. Y'all just thought you were just slanging her life and wasn't getting no money? Anyway, so congrats to her too. She's brand new senior consultant. Who is next? Let's go, Jasmine. Can you unmute yourself safely? She's frozen on my end. No, I don't think so. Okay. Who do I see in the camera? Ariel. Is there anybody you would like to recognize?
Oh, yes. I want to recognize Stephanie. I am so motivated by her meals. I don't think she knows how important that is. Just coming from someone who, like, I have a history of bad eating, not eating. And I mean, she just inspires me. I went grocery shopping today. So I just can't help to always just like get so inspired whenever I see her post her meals, her shakes, her lunches. Like, it all looks bomb. It's colorful. It just fires me up. It makes me hungry. So I'm just really thankful for you and your consistency with that. Cause I don't think, like, just with my job, like, sometimes eating is just, I can easily get thrown off just being in the gym all day. And I'm taking care of other people and forgetting about myself. And then I see her post and I'm like, oh, I didn't eat. So thank you, Steph. Thank you. And I will keep packing my lunches this week because of you.
Okay, I have time for one more person. Somebody better unmute. Or I'll lock my kids out my room. Hello, somebody. Okay, Destiny. I see you, girl. I see you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me.
What's up? Honestly, you hear I sound like you. I want to shout out you and Madi. Like, I still learning a lot. I'm still trying to, do the whole working and trying to do something for myself on the side to help me with my nutrition, working out, and then also be able to help other people too. And then I want to, who was it that was teaching us about, I think it was Jen, teaching us about making our plans and everything and our goals. So I've been actually really focusing on that and writing stuff down and actually, following through with everything. So I think these meetings in general are helping every Monday, starting out the week positively. I know I started this morning not only with our personal development that was sent in our group chat, but also another one as well that, I just listened to for myself. So I think just, our repetitiveness, our continuous to, keep everybody else motivated is keeping me motivated too.
Amen. Shout out to Jen on the mute and unmute. Is that you? Girl, you're doing your thing. You're doing it. Okay, listen. So there are a few things that really like stuck out to me, right? Repetition. Destiny said the repetitiveness of us having a call every Monday, starting the week off correct, starting the week off positive, always opening up your mind or leaving room to learn new things to build your business. The consistency with consistency, right? What I used to always talk about is really, really helpful and really important. Now, how you do anything is how you do everything. So it's not just our calls. It's not just our team calls. It's not just, seeing the same two people talk in the chat. Like, it's not that. That same consistency is how you need to start showing up for your people. Okay, it doesn't matter how big the group is. You got to start showing up for your people, your clients, your social media, your whatever your platform is, as if it's this huge thing, as if the organization is just like, set the culture of the group no matter the size of the group. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So, number one, when it comes to your goals, how many of you guys, by a quick show of hands, have already set their goals for December? Okay, great. How many of you guys have already set your goals for January? Dope. So look, and that's fine. But what I'm learning and what we're relearning as a team is who can relate as far as the tenured people, not the newbies, but seeing, okay, these new people on fire, re-excited, just climbing up the volume charts. Grateful for our upline Steph Rosen for posting this top volume every Friday. Like, that's dope. Getting me back into like the top volume Addy Org days, which has you in a friendly competition with people who don't even know they're in competition with your ass. You know what I mean? Like, nah, Mark. Oh, Mark had 2K? Oh no. I'm about to, you know what I mean? So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for everybody who's new, because you guys have really been doing something for everybody else as far as reminding us why we started in the first place. So that's what I will always start with, is why are you doing this? You hear it every damn month. You go to STS, or you should be, because if you want to grow your business and you want to take this shit seriously, you need to be going to events. Hello, period. Okay? You need to look up SoCal STS, NorCal STS, South Carolina STS. Hell, just go on Google and do Herbalife STS in whatever your state country. I don't think any of y'all in a different country. You know, like just go to Google. Google is your friend. MyHerbalife.com is your friend. 866-4744 is your friend. That's the Herbalife number if you haven't already memorized it. Okay? Like, these 3 things are your personal assistants. Google, I wouldn't necessarily rely on, but it can help you get to where you're trying to go, right? So, have you gotten your ticket for your next STS? Do you know what date is your next STS for this month? Mine is this Saturday, December 8th. Okay, that's what I know. I don't care what city you're in. If your STS is 4 hours away, but you're really damn sure serious about building this business, then you better figure it out. Take the bus, take the train. Hey, get a friend, like, hey, there's this really dope event that's like 4 hours away. I know we're like in a different city, but I think it'll be a dope road trip. You want to come with me? Because it's free for them, right? Then, because they drove all the way over there with you, they might want to mess with the business, because why not? The business is the best opportunity for the average person. Who does not need an extra $400 right now during Christmas time? Right? So, moving along to your goals, Jen did an amazing call on goal setting not too long ago. But, okay, for example, what's your goal for this month? And I'm going to say it like this all the time. If you're a supervisor, for example's sake, all right, and your goal, well, you know that you only have one job. That one job is $2,500. One job. That's all you got to do, right? Because if you don't do $2,500, Marty, what happens? I can't hear you, boo. Okay, Jen, what happens if you don't do $2,500?
You don't get your full check.
So my question is, if you're a current supervisor, and I'm sorry, non-supervisors, but right now I'm talking to supervisors, and this is a conversation that you're not gonna want to have with me when you hit supervisor. If you are not hitting $2,500 and you're struggling in the month, you got more month than money. You got Christmas gifts you have no idea how you're gonna get. You got places to go, people to see, things to take care of, and you struggling? Why are you not busting your ass to the $2,500 minimum? That is my only question to you. For me, $2,500 is zero. So until I hit $2,500, I'm at negative $2,500. That is why I set a mid goal, which I suggest you guys all do for whatever your volume goal is to set a goal by the mid-month. So if your goal is 1,000 volume points for the month, hypothetically speaking, example's sake, you need to be at 500 volume points by the 15th, period. Please do not get caught up in this fourth quarter living shit. Yes, it is the fourth quarter, but that does not mean that you cannot accomplish your goals. You do not make excuses for yourself, your business, your family, your why, based off of the fact that it's the holiday season and nobody wants to order right now. Oh, no. I don't know how many people live in this world. It's a bunch of people. I know that Herbalife is in 96 different countries. I got to check with Canada every month. Okay? That is not an excuse to not hit your goal. The reason why you're not hitting your goals every month is because you're not putting enough effort. I'm going to just be real with you. You're not putting forth the effort that you need to put forth in order to reach the minimum goal that you set for yourself. A lot of the times, we set goals too low, and we still don't hit it. So why not set a goal a little bit higher than usual and push yourself to get outside of your comfort zone to reach that goal? I know for me, personally, my daughters, in the past, I have definitely scared myself out of doing what I need to do. Like, a lot of us hold this fear for no fucking reason. Like, you're fearful of what? Somebody saying no? Like, what's the worst they're gonna do? Be like, nah, I'm cool, or I don't want to. They're gonna talk shit. That's cool. Okay, great. I don't know about that, but have a great day. Like, that's all I do. Like, I don't have time. I'm not wearing a watch. I don't have any time ever. You feel me? When I do have a watch on, the battery's usually dead, so I still don't have the time. So you shouldn't have the time either. I'm just being honest. Okay, haven't got to the clock store. Anyway, so yeah. So most of the reason why you haven't reached your goal, and it's nothing, and there's literally nobody to blame but you. Like, there's literally nobody to blame but yourself. And this may seem like, oh, damn, like, she really getting at me. But if you guys will grow to learn who I am, I'm always going to get at you. Always. Because I get at myself daily. And I have people in my circle who consistently are like, so what you doing? Why are you sitting at the tab tables? Why aren't you sitting in VIP? What, you know? So just like Mark was saying, like, I was determined to hit 5K. And literally the last 2 months, I've been coming shy 100 to 500 volume points. And when you're consistently determined to hit a certain number, and remember you guys, at the volume points, yes, it's volume, but when people order, that's their what does somebody say? That is it's like your advance. It's your advance for the work you're gonna do. Right? It's like they pay $100 for their program, for example, and you make $50 from that, and you're juiced. You're like, oh, I got $50. I'm about to go get this and get that and spend it. Oh, I need some gas or whatever you're gonna spend it on, and then you forget about your person. Then it's day 14, and you're like, hey, how's it going? As if they know what the fuck to do, and they don't, right? Because half the time, whenever you send them an email or something that goes over how to do everything, they probably didn't read it, right? So it's like, you hit them up 14 days later, and now they're like, oh, Herbalife doesn't work for me. Now they're telling all their friends, oh, Herbalife doesn't work for me. Don't get that. I spent money and I wasted my money. Because this person could have went to GNC and gotten a protein powder or whatever, right? You're not going to find Herbalife in GNC or anywhere. But they got this protein powder somewhere, and they're like, oh, yeah, I can get the same thing for cheaper, and it's fine. But they don't know what to do. When they go to GNC and they buy products, that cashier does not come home with them. Half the time, the cashier doesn't even know what's in the product, what the product does, how often they take it. They like, oh, let me see. What's that supposed to take? They don't know. And that's the difference. So with Herbalife, it's the distributor difference. We are the difference between somebody going to go buy a $10 tub of protein that says making your butt bigger. Okay. I've seen it in Target. I've seen it. Versus, them going to your customized website and having a conversation with you about their goals prior to, and you selling them on the dream that you're going to be there every step of the way. And then they order, and you're like, great, here's your meal plan. I'm going to add you to the group chat and all that good stuff. And then day one, they made their shake, and it's great. And then you don't hit them for 2 weeks. And you're wondering why you keep leaving, why your volume isn't consistent. The volume represents people. It's not just the volume point. It's documented volume because you're documenting people. You are literally on somebody's journey who's documenting their life with you. Put their trust in you. You guys know how many Herbalife distributors there are in this world? You know how many fit couples are on Instagram? You know how many people are making their shake every morning on their story? But they chose you for a reason. They chose you because they relate to you. And that's why it's so important, which we've already talked about, but for you to just not be 100% Herbalife post, right? And I don't think anybody on here does that, at least anymore. And I haven't, and of course, if I see it, I would say something. But that's why when somebody goes to your page, like people always ask me when they first start, and a bunch of you guys have asked me this, so don't take it personally. They're like, should I make a new page for Herbalife? No. Herbalife has their own website. They can go look at Herbalife website every day if they wanted to, right? But when they come to your page, because your page is your storefront, on the first 10 posts, do they know anything about you? Or do they just know, get this coffee, get this making my tea, drinking my shake, in the gym with my rebuild? Like, who are you, bro? I don't even know who you are, right? So people are attracted to you for you. And that's why it's so important for you to authentically be yourself. Do not be or try to be like me, like Jen, like Mark, like Madi, like nobody on here. Not anybody you see on social media. Because when you try to be like somebody else, you're going to attract the wrong people. And you're going to attract people, like you literally attract people just like you. Obviously, you guys have seen from the 3 people who have spoken on the call today that I attract people just like myself. Many ways, like myself in many ways, not exactly duplicatable, like not exactly like me. Like there's no clone of me. There's only one me. Just like there's only one you. And what I love about Herbalife is that it allows, literally you will grow so much in this company. You will grow so much on this team. You will learn so much about yourself because it's like you're getting broken down to who you truly are. Because the only way you're going to be successful, well, I would say the only true authentic way you're going to be successful in this business is if you are just authentically yourself. Listen, y'all know I cuss. I don't have no filter. That's just who I am. And I'm the same way right here, the same way off this call, and the same way on stage. When I'm on stage, I mean, I don't cuss, but I'm myself. You know what I mean? And so people need to know who you are and need to feel that good energy. Can't nobody take your results away from you. So I don't care if you've been in this 1 week and you have no physical results, but you just have a change of energy. Then you tell the world about that energy. You in the elevator? Hey, how you doing? Break silence. Like, oh, I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'm great, man. I got this tea. Like, I just started drinking this tea and I am lit. Like, you may scare them off, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, just whatever your result is, it doesn't have to be a pound. It doesn't have to be, you may not be like people, for those of us who have been around for so long, like for me, I know I've started my journey over so many times in the last 5.5 years. And not journey, but like my physical results. Like, oh, I'm gaining weight, or I'm losing weight, or I'm getting, whatever my goal is. And sometimes we fall off, and that is perfectly fine. But I promise you, you're going to attract some real ass people if you're real about that. I had to realize, I got to stop posting these old ass results because I haven't taken a real progress photo in about a year. Right? My kids are about to be 4. I'm still posting pregnancy photos. Right? Like the before and after, like y'all know me with the boxing gloves. Like I've taken, like, listen, that's old and it's great because it happened and I'm able to talk about that testimony. But now I am determined to get a new result every day. Like, I don't know about y'all, but Marty been inspiring the hell out of me because I know one thing. It is hard for me to work out at home. I'd be like, oh, I could just sit on this couch and I could just scroll on Instagram. And I'm scrolling on everybody working out, but I ain't working out, right? I got my whole little setup in the corner. I got a wall gym. A door gym. I got a little Gold's Gym thing on there, and it just be looking at me every day when I wake up. And then I hop on Instagram, and I see Marty. Marty got her damn sweet sweatsuit on right now. Look at her. Look at her, right? Then I'm looking, and Steph is always on my story. She's always right there. And she's dancing in the morning, and she making her stuff, and she's taking you through her whole day. And I'm like, damn, I'm only posting my shake. Wake and Shake show with Sibet. Shake dance. I'm not posting my food though. But not only is that accountability for you, it's like, oh, look, world, I'm consistent. So I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm consistent, right? And their results prove that. Their results are physical examples of that. What you do in the dark will always be brought to light. So you posting your shake in the morning and at night, you doing 2 shakes a day, but you eating brownies and McDonald's and this and that and the shit in the middle. You might get some type of results, but you ain't gonna look how you supposed to look, right? You gotta practice what you post, y'all. You gotta practice what you post. And not only that, you have to be real. You gotta be real about your stuff, okay? So, the people you're surrounded with don't need to know about your current circumstance. Now does not matter. Where you're going matters. So you may be a distributor, senior consultant, a qualified producer, a supervisor. I don't know what you are, and that's great. Wherever you are is great. But you have to always remember, I don't care how long you've been in that position, you have got to be grateful for where you are. Because somebody, even on your team, wants to be where you are. Somebody on social media who has no idea how this business works wants to have a smile on their face like you that's genuine because you feel good from the inside out, right? So you have to consistently be grateful for where you are. And if you're not grateful for where you are never going to move up. You're not going to get to supervisor, to active supervisor, to like you have a wall up and you don't even know it. Because you're like, yeah, SES comes. I guess I'll wear this supervisor pin. I really don't want to wear. Like, I know for a minute I had lost my Get To pin, and I didn't even like replace it for like almost a year because I was like, I don't even really want to wear this. But the majority of the team wants to be global expansion team, right? And then it's like once you're at a certain position, and everybody has been here who are not new. You may be at a certain pin, and you're expected to make a certain amount of money, and at one point you did. You probably made double that wherever you were, right? And then life happens, so then you let your business drop, and then the people around you aren't necessarily motivated like they used to be because you're uninspired, because you're letting life circumstances happen to you. Then your check drops. Then you have to get a job that you haven't, a job that I hadn't worked for like 2.5 years. Working for myself for 2.5 years. I picked up a little job and I was like, oh my God. But I realized it's because I'm not grateful for where I'm at. I may not be making $5,000 like I used to when I had all this other stuff going on and I was, really, really, really high flying. But I still make an extra over $2,000 a month. And somebody on here wants to make extra $2,000 a month. Right? So it's like, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're making an extra $100 a day. $100 a month. If that's where you're at right now, then perfect. Because that's $100 you didn't have before. kind of low, like, you know. If you're not clear or confident about what you want, no one will follow you. So you have to. How many people have vision boards that are recent? How many have ever made a vision board? Okay. So this is something that I personally would like to do, because every time I say I'm going to do one, I never do. And I haven't made one in a very long time. And I feel like what's happening, and of course the team has a lot of momentum right now, but I feel like what has been happening is that our vision hasn't been clear. You don't really know what you want. President's team sounds amazing. $18,000 a month minimum sounds amazing, but why do you want that? What does that look like for you? Like, whatever your current living situation is right now, car situation, job situation, lack of free time situation, like, what does that look like for you? And I really encourage you guys, I know every time we give you guys like action steps to do, but like, write it down. Leave a space in your book for after the call. Like, if you are making $18,000 a month, again, I don't know if everybody wants to be pressing, but okay. If you're making $18,000 a month, what does your life look like? If wherever you are right now, you close your eyes. Close your eyes. If you close your eyes, y'all close your eyes. Close your eyes. If you close your eyes right now, why are y'all still looking at me? I said close your eyes. Right? You close your eyes right now, and you are sitting exactly where you're sitting right now. You guys know, like in movies where like close your eyes and then everything changes. It's like, oh, it's a whole new life. What does your life look like? What kind of car are you sitting in right now if you're sitting in a car? What type of bed are you laying in if you're laying on the bed right now? Is it a what they call it, what is it? Sleep who knows, whatever. Is it one of those therapeutic like king size beds? You have like, I don't know, fur rugs in your house and nice, paintings. You got a Picasso in your house? Like, what you got in your house? What car is in the driveway? How many cars in the driveway? Who are you taking care of? Are you financially taking care of one of your parents? Have you retired one of your parents? Are your kids, if you don't have kids yet, great, but if you do, or your future kids, in the schools that you want them to go to, or are they obligated to go to the public school down the street because that's the only thing you can afford? Do the clothes in your back look differently? Are you shopping at Lululemon or whatever the little fancy athletic, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. Are you able to get the shoes that you want when you want to get them? Are you still posting vision before beds, or is that vision already here in your bed? You know what I mean? So I want you guys to think about that. Like, what does it look like? Because once you can imagine it, like if you can see it, you can get it. Right? Like if you're like, man, I want to make $5,000 a month. I don't care about that 14K right now. Like my goal right now is 5K. It doesn't matter what the number is. I just gave press team numbers because everybody says they want to be press team, but y'all ain't doing to work like that. Y'all want a mill team? Oh, I want to be a millionaire team member. But you talked to 2 people in the last week. You know what I mean? So, what is your goal? What does your vision look like? And then enroll people in that vision. So, you could have made an extra $25 this week. And somebody's like, oh yeah, Lisa, do you like Herbalife? Like, is it cool? I'm like, man, I was able to put an extra $25 in my gas tank last week. I don't know about you. You know what I mean? Be grateful for where you're at. Okay. I had a few things. Excuse me, guys, I'm so sick. Herbalife gives you access to things you didn't have access to before. How many of you guys had access to a positive environment before Herbalife? Some of you may have, but I know where I'm from and we don't. Okay. How many of you guys had access to, I don't know, feeling better because you knew what to put in your body? Like, I'm just making up questions right now. But it gives us access to things we had no idea. You can't think higher than the level you're exposed to. And I know for a while, I never thought that I would have my dream car. Like, I was like, man, ain't no way I'm going to have a BMW. 2.5 years into Herbalife, I had my BMW. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because I understood that, oh, it's possible for me. Because many times we can look at people's situations and be like, that's cool for them, but that'll never happen for me. You know what I mean? Who's your circle of 5 friends and how much money are they making? Now, you can be the 5th brokest person in the room, or you can be the 5th richest person in the room. Okay? And I'm not saying get rid of your friends. I'm not saying like, oh, you broke, I can't fuck with you no more. I'm not saying that. But I realized when I started this business that in order for me to elevate my level of thinking, I had to start hanging around different people. So if there are people in your life, there are people who you look up to, whether it's on this team or whatever, like Herbalife related, I'm just using that example's sake. Even as people who are not Herbalife related. Like ask them, hey, can I just go to dinner with you and just pick your brain or whatever? Like, or just have a conversation. Like, if you have accountability partners, then awesome. But maybe you need to have an accountability partner who is at a higher level than you so that you can just see what that work looks like. You know what I mean? Or if there's somebody on Instagram who's in Herbalife, I'm pretty sure they're going to respond to your DM. Most of the time they do. Because the people in this business, is not just a business, this is an entire family. And if you ever notice, every month at your SCS, you have somebody who's a guest speaker who is literally giving you the blueprint of how they're consistently successful right now. How many people in a corporate job setting are going to do that for their employees? They're like, oh no, you stay down there because that makes me more money. You know what I mean? This is really, when it comes to having your own business, whatever it may be, it's really about making temporary sacrifices to take care of you for the rest of your life. And that's something I had to like get clear on, especially when like my business kind of dropped a little bit. And I said, well, I don't want to go back to work because my whole point of being, you know, a full-time Herbalife member was so that I can stay home with my kids. And I'm still here with my children 24/7, except for on Saturdays. Like, I have a job now and I only go 1 or 2 days a week, which is great because I got to downsize my type of job so I can still work around a schedule and get back into that mindset. Because I'm telling you guys, when you're self-employed, you literally have to employ yourself. Do not get so hyped up and, oh, I want to be a full-time Herbalife member so I can ride my bike at 3 o'clock p.m. Like, don't get so caught up in that because it's hard fucking work. If you're not working right now and you have a 9 to 5, what you gonna do with that time when you quit? So many of y'all want to fire your boss, and that's amazing because I got to do that. But are you gonna be willing to put forth that same amount of work during those same amount of hours you would have been at work? Do you schedule your business around your life right now, or do you just wake up and be like, oh yeah, somebody is hitting me up, but I'll hit them back later? Like, you gotta work with a sense of urgency in Herbalife because there are so many of us. There have been times, because of course I'm from the Bay Area, right? We have so many mutual friends. And of course, the golden goose, you always ask somebody if they've ever done Herbalife before, who they talk to, or whatever the case is, right? But there have been literally times where some of my new distributors, or newer people, I should say, not so much like new, have hit me up like, oh yeah, I'm just discouraged because, you know, like there have been a few people and they just haven't ordered, or they say they're going to order them and they don't. And one person actually signed up with you. And I was like, who was it? They told me who it was, and it was my cousin. Like, okay, great. right? But the example is, she said they hit me up. I didn't respond for like 2 days. I saw the message, but I just didn't respond because I was whatever she said. And she was like, and then when I responded to her, she ended up had already signed up. And I was like, well, you got to think about this. I'm ready to lose 20 pounds right now. Right now. I have all of this encouragement, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, goals. Yes. Oh, I'm about to be slaying for New Year's. 20 pounds down. Can't wait. Oh yeah, this person's been super consistent. She's new to this. She's this, and I want to do it with her. And I hit that person up, and they take 2 days to hit me up, and I'm just still fired up because I'm really determined to lose 20 pounds right now. Of course, I'm gonna find somebody else. They not. Oh well, I guess she ain't really serious about this because she's taking 48 hours to hit me back. You gotta work with a sense of urgency. So if somebody hits you up and you get and you get nervous, like, oh, I don't know what to say next, hit up your upline. Hit up your sponsor, hit up your AP, hit up whoever you need to hit up, or hit the group chat like, hey, you guys, this person said this, what should I say next? Because not responding is still a response. Not reacting is still a reaction. You know what I mean? So you have to work with a sense of urgency. If you want to be successful, do not miss an event. That event that you didn't go to was the event you needed to catapult you up in the business. Every time it is. How many times have you guys invited somebody the day before? They're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come. And then of course they don't come because it was less than 24 hours before. And then it's like, it was a story you heard that was their exact same situation. You're like, damn, I wish so-and-so would have been here. But what did you do to invite that person? How serious are you taking this where you're not offering the opportunity to other people? Like, honestly, let me ask you a question. If you didn't find Herbalife, or Herbalife didn't find you, and whoever invited you into this business didn't, where would you be right now? What would you be doing? Who would you be hanging out with? Would you be inspired or not inspired? Like, what would you be doing? Like, do you guys remember the day before you signed up for Herbalife? Do you remember what you were doing? Marty was definitely a self-proclaimed gym rat. I said, bro, I think you should try this out. I think, you're already in the gym, you're just not getting no results. But I think you should really do this. How many people you see in the gym every day, all the time? You see the same fuckers in the gym, and they ain't changed one bit. Sis, you still look the same. You gotta change up your nutrition. Right? So yeah. You can't miss an event. You can't. Talked about manifestation already. Do everything with intention. If you post and there's no intention behind it, it's just a post. You guys understand that it doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it, right? I can sit here and tell you, yes, cellulose makes you gain 5 pounds, and it is so amazing because it's just, I just love it because it tastes like strawberries. But that's not even true about cellulose. Like, cellulose helps you lose water retention, right? Takes care of the excess water weight, helps keep the water that, like, it doesn't matter what you say, it's about how you say it. So same thing goes when you guys are posting. And I know this because you guys know me, I'm social media, like, period. When I say stuff and I don't have an intention behind it, it doesn't get any love. I'm not saying likes. I mean, like people inbox me like, oh yeah, like, I want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? So you got to do everything with intention. You got to wake up. You got to go into the grocery store. You may be scared as hell, but you got to go in the grocery store. Like, I'm going to talk to 5 people about Herbalife today. You send out the door with the cart. Take a deep breath. talk to 5 people about Herbalife, and I'm going to get their contact information. Go. Right? You may be scared as hell, but do it scared. Like, do everything scared. Because I feel like, well, I know for a fact, this is actually a true fact, that the most, the most expensive place in America with the most brilliant ideas and most genius things ever is a cemetery. Right? Who's it? That Jim Rohn, Les Brown, one of them said, I don't know. Because too many people leave this earth without fully fulfilling their dreams, without doing things scared, with letting fear like just take them over and be like, you know what? Nope, I'm not good enough. That's never gonna happen for me. This is never gonna do it. Like, it's just like you talk yourself out of success. And trust me, there's somebody waiting on you to do what you've been wanting to do. And if you don't do it, they're gonna give up hope too. So this isn't about you. Life isn't about you. Unbeknownst to you, probably, it's never been about you. Like, your gift, whatever it may be, is going to open up doors for you. Your voice, your, however you are, your genuine, like the genuine you, like when you peel off all the layers of the fear and the, just the trying to be like somebody else and the, oh, I don't know if they're going to like this, but so I'm not going to post it. Oh, it's 11 o'clock p.m. Nobody's going to like this. Like, if you just strip all that away and you just do things like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like 5-second rule, like just do it. How you do anything is how you do everything. And it's literally going to, get you to doing what you're supposed to do, where you're going to find your niche, which is going to help you build your business. Right? I always say, I don't think anybody on this phone call or anybody in life was born to be an Herbalife distributor. Don't think anybody was like, well, probably second generation people, but they're like, oh, I'm 3 years old and I'm going to be an Herbalife distributor. Every second generation Herbalife distributor that I know hated Herbalife when they were young because their parents were never home the first couple of years. Or they always had to go to an event. Or they had to postpone their birthday party for the next day because they had an Herbalife event to show up to. And now those second generation Herbalife members who are now also probably press team and above completely understand that it's going to take extreme sacrifice. It took extreme sacrifice for their parents at the time to get them to a place where their family can be comfortable forever. So, what you gonna do? You gonna show up to your next event? Look up that shit tonight. When's your next event? Are you gonna go by yourself? Did you go by yourself this entire year? Or are you actually gonna show up with somebody? This last three events, I've shown up with somebody. And I'm like, damn, what the hell was I doing every month? You gotta stop inviting people the day before. You know what I mean? And you gotta talk to the people who you think will never do this. They probably would never, because those are motherfuckers who need it and who will eventually join with the team, and who need something like this in their life for whatever reason. Maybe their nutrition. It may be the community. It may just be positivity. You never know what people are going through because they put on this fake ass smile every day. Trust me, I've done it. Still do it. But I don't know anything else but to be strong. But you are in this life and you're going through what you're going through to help somebody else. So I'm encouraging you guys to be super vulnerable. I'm encouraging you to share a little bit more about yourself, on your platforms, whether it be social media or in person. I dare you to ask more about your clients, like know their kids' names, call them and ask them how they're doing. Like, Lizzie literally called me the other day and was like, hey, how's your morning going? She was like high off the tea, right? I'm like, I'm good, girl. What's up? What's going on? I thought she was calling about her volume. She said, I'm just calling you to see how you're doing. And I was like, huh? She was like, yeah. She was like, you always checking up on us and stuff like that. So I was just like, let me call her and ask her how she's really doing. And as some of you guys may know, I've been dealing with a lot of death lately. And I've been a little bit more vocal about it because I'm not okay all the time. But I just really appreciated that because the last time somebody did that for me was Erica. And Erica is also one of my downline members who just had a baby. We have a new Urba baby in the family, right? But she used to call me and just be like, how are you doing? And it made me think, like, because I know I do that with many people, but how many of us are really doing that for other people in our life? Can you call one of your clients and be like, I was just checking on you? Because as soon as you call me, be like, I had my shake today. I know I haven't been on my stuff. Like, I'm not even calling you about all that. I just wanted to ask how you're doing. Because life is rough right now. Like, we're living in a really tough time. And that's why we are so needed in our communities right now. You know what I mean? Like, we're really needed not only in our communities, but for our people and for just everybody who we have access to touch. So, wrapping it all up. Set your goals. If you haven't set December yet, set December tonight. Hell, post it in the group chat. I don't care how off or wrong or minimal or maximum it seems, just post it. Your volume goal, your client goal, your new person goal, how many people you're gonna talk to a day. Like, doing all this is gonna set you up to create your 90-day plan. And no, there's no better time to start a 90-day plan than right now. If you're upset about what happened last month and you didn't hit your goal, no problem. I'm pretty sure you did more than you ever have done. So now you get to repeat that and do a little bit more. You get to set a goal for yourself, maybe a little bit higher than usual, kind of scare yourself a little bit to push yourself. You get to find an accountability partner if you don't already have one. You get to use the group chat every day and not look at everybody who's posted every day, but actually engage. You get to share your journey with other people, okay? You get to set a mid-month goal. You get to make some extra money for Christmas or your gas tank or whatever it may be. You get to create a vision for yourself that you probably would have never imagined before. And you may have, but now you have the action steps to do it because you have all of us, okay? So I'm going to close it out because I'm a minute over, but I'm praying that you guys have an amazing rest of your night. I'm praying that you actually put forth action to get shit done so that we can have an amazing January, because the work that you did yesterday is not going to reflect today, but the work that you did 3 months ago is going to start to reflect in the next couple of days, and the shit that you do this month will really, really start to produce, start to harvest the work in January. So I'm done.